everybody. Brian here for quantlabs.net, streaming live here on Facebook. Just wanted to give you some highlights in the latest news article in the last 24 hours that has done quite well, according and lit up crypto as usual, is what we've been predicting up until mid-April. Litecoin is up 360%. It's not Bitcoin, it's Litecoin. So you can get that article here at bnnbloomberg.com. Also, just wanted to let you know we have our new set of tutorial videos set up for all three asset classes. More to come. I'm working on later today, and I'll be posting them here. Come on in the blog at quantlabs.net. Just look for the article. It says Quant Analytics Tutorial Videos of three asset classes, and of course I'm talking about the analytics service here. Under the store, just come under the Quant Analytics membership, and just to keep reminding you, and we are coming down to the last days of this, that this membership will be going up 30% in the next few days, as we are now preparing and building out this new fantastic service that we've got. You can always join right here under a monthly basis for the permanent grandfathered rate. So this is what we're talking about here. It's so much information. Just go through these tutorial videos and you'll see what I mean for three asset classes: Forex, CFD, and crypto. So let's talk about crypto now. As I said, the 300% thanks to Litecoin. Tell me any other instrument out there that you could have had that kind of return. Probably none. Cryptocurrencies lately have been down, currently down right now. Rerunning the momentum-based strategy. Here's a crypto risk as I have run. Everything's negative right now. That's typical. But we've got a new strategy to sort of circumvent these even negative returns with a mean reversion that we'll be turning on next week. All right, so here's the performance. Bitcoin is up 2.46 over the last 24 hours. The batch of them have been down, but that's okay. We're going to look at the outlook for the last 7 days performance and trying to gauge the outlook. Another big news item that is going to heavily impact a lot of people out there you might not have known. Binance has announced that they are going to start blocking US-based customers. You can be quite thankful if you're based out of the US that I am now using Kraken, which is based out of San Francisco in the US. So that's who I use for all the data you're about to see. So let's get to all the fun. Let's go over to coinmarketcap.com. So out of the 18 pairs that we can trade with Kraken against US dollar fiat, a lot of them are in the top 20, which kind of surprised me because I never heard of them about a month ago. But they are reaching in the top 20. One called Cosmos that has been doing all right. This Tezos is another one. That's about it. So let's look at these and see what's been going on. So I've got a script that I've written, and that is called chart, price, action, Python, and then you can run the coin you want in US dollar and then the number of days. So we've done it for 7 days. So what I've done is I've gone through using the typical ones that I see a lot of performance with on Kraken, and we are going to look at each and one of them. There's about maybe 7 of them. This is a pretty fast process. So here we go. Again, we're using Fibonacci. I really don't care about moving average or anything else. Right now I like Fibonacci levels because I just like the levels. Historically, they always never peak at beyond 1. Fibonacci level 1, that's okay. And then we have gone on about the entry, exit, reposition, reprofit. I'm going to show you some interesting things that we can watch now. Here's Atom. Here's what it broke through. Again, the 618 is the usual one that we like. We take profit at 786. And sometimes, just sometimes, that 786 can turn around in a new position and hit that level of 1. It's so predictable. I can't even believe people are not witnessing that. And then, of course, we get our mean reversion over a couple of days, a couple of months. Again, this is a 7-day using hourly data. So let's look at Bitcoin Cash. We have a situation here where we have 618, broke through that 786, again hits the 1. Sometimes I'm going to show you in Bitcoin why the mean reversion was built in a minute. But again, you can see here it tapers off, and now it's just retesting that 618. So this could be a entry. Again, what we could use, once again, and the only thing we really need, and I've been talking about it, is a bid and ask volume from these coins, which give you market direction. I will say time frames, daily starting to be better than anything else I've seen. That is all I can say at this point. Hourly or intraday, we'll see when we turn on the mean reversion pair trading strategy next week, which is purely daily only. So, as I said, where's my Bitcoin? I am surprised. Let me show you the Bitcoin here. That's obviously the granddaddy of them all. I'll click this program, and we shall look at all the Fibonacci levels. So as this loads up, there's about 8 of them, I think. Let's see, come on. All right. No idea why it takes so long to do this. You know what? I'll just go into my next one. Console here. Looks like something's happening on this system. It's just getting so bogged down when I do these live streams. It ain't funny no more. Kraken. Okay, let me just load up the Bitcoin USD fib. It doesn't matter. USD PNG. Okay. Something ain't right, and I don't want to break my. Okay, it looks like we have here. Let me show you if I can find Bitcoin right here. Okay, so here's Bitcoin. That's the moving average. Here we go. Finally, it looks like it did the job. Do we have Bitcoin in here? Yes. Okay, thankfully. So we have Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin has been steadily moving up. Always remember these levels here, which I currently forget. This will tell you where the price will go. So if we had our price here at 618 or 786, we can tell you what those targets are. So right now we have just recently hit another recent high, and we can confirm that obviously by this run up here of Bitcoin at 2.46%. And then what I expect, typically what does happen, wow. So where is my preview? Ouch. This ain't good. I don't have a lot. Problem is we're running a strategy, and we're also running Bitcoin. Let me just see if I can go over. I'm definitely on the last days of this computer. So we want Bitcoin fib. That should do it. Hopefully it'll load up properly. If you have not heard my story about Apple, I question a lot of things that Apple does, but we're not here to talk about that. Unfortunately, this computer is not doing too well. Oh boy. Let me see if I can pull it up on TradingView. No, but we want our Fibonacci levels. What can I crack? What can I break? Break that. Okay. But it's still running as molasses. This is really shite. I expect this of Windows, to be honest. Maybe something needs to be broken. See all these scripts. Oh, here we go. Okay, so as I was saying right here, what I expect to happen is this to oscillate between the 786 and 1 level. All right, so let's see. Bitcoin Cash, similar, but again, you can see the pattern that I've talked about right here. Right here, 618 entry, 786 did break through that, or just touched the level 1, and it kind of oscillates here between the 618, 786. So that's very, very typical. But you can typically see the timing is pretty close to Bitcoin. And as Bitcoin may start to move up come Saturday, Sunday, because today is the 14th of June, on Friday, we can expect, I think Bitcoin will start to move up. It's got the volume here. Now, one thing I've always wanted to always stress is the level 500 on the fib. So we're clearly above that. So that's been the new recent 24-hour or last few day support. So those are the first three. But when you look at other coins like Dash, they all work in relation. Very close timing again around Bitcoin. 618, 786 exit entry. And then again, this oscillation movement between the 786 and 1, and then it tapers off. Here, this one's obviously not doing well. It's done okay. It's broken through the 618, but again, this is definitely not a top performer. Ethereum Classic. Let me look at Ethereum first. Again, same idea. 618, 786, entry, exit, and then again, it goes in this oscillation mode between the 786 and 1. So this is where this right here is where most people probably leave money on the table if they don't handle that right. Ethereum Classic, similar move, not quite. Once it hits that 786, then it oscillates, but it does eventually, as I said, makes its way to that level 1. So we just saw the Ethereum. Litecoin, this is not really an exciting performer, even despite that article I've shown. XLM, again, not a top performer here, but it does kind of work with the 618 and 786. So it's definitely not a top performer. XMR is doing pretty good, Monero, but again, here's the problem. Comes to 786, then it drops. And then you think, okay, that's the end of that. And then it breaks again through the 786 all the way through, oscillates up and down a few times here at the 786 to 1 level, and we're good to go. So we got XRP. XRP is just, I don't even want to talk about it. Same with this XTZ as well. Just not performing, but I think the ones I've shown you that work, Cardano, maybe, Atom. This could be a surprise. It does have an upswing on the way up. Same with Cardano. Bitcoin Cash is usually pretty good. Bitcoin, definitely. As I said, I expect Bitcoin to oscillate over the next few days. 786 to the 1, and then we get into the dogs. Dash, maybe. EOS, not quite. Ethereum Classic, maybe. Ethereum, it's hanging out there, and that's in that important 786 and 1 level. And again, we have a computer having a conniption again. But I think the rest of them are all dogs anyway. So what I'll do is I'll end the video here. Let me know what you think. And I'll try to check back over the weekend to see what has, if what we've been forecasting here takes hold. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. On that, thanks for watching. We shall talk to you later.